What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy Maas, and this is Maas Sports, where today we're going to talk about why Cincinnati Bengals, why the Cincinnati Bengals will never win a Super Bowl. As well, we're going to talk about the Cincinnati Reds too, because they fit the dynamic of what we're going to discuss. And we're also going to talk about Shohei Ohtani and how I think Shohei Ohtani is a super soldier sent here as an experiment to see if he can take over American baseball. Because if he can take over American baseball, then it will be proven that whatever they have done to him worked. But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But shouts out to all my Cincinnati Bengals fans right here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and Newport, Kentucky. And I have something to tell you. I know it's not going to be a popular opinion, but Cincinnati Bengals will never win a championship. And it's no fault of the players. Let me preface, it's no fault of the players. And it's no fault of the fans. It's really we're going to discuss how it's really nobody's fault. It's just the market. It's the dynamics of what's going on. But shouts out to everybody that's watching on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Rumble, and everybody right here on YouTube. So, I know I'm probably going to have a lot of comments on Facebook because this is where all my Cincinnati people are. But Cincinnati will never win a Super Bowl because it's literally impossible for a small market team like Cincinnati to have a payroll sufficient to win a championship. There's a reason why Cincinnati's tickets are some of the cheapest tickets in the NFL. Same as the Cincinnati Reds. So to all the Cincinnati fans, there's a reason that you're able to get $5 tickets to go see the Cincinnati Reds. And there's a reason why you can literally go to the football game with about 30 or 40 bucks and get a ticket to the football game. That's because by dynamics, a small market team does not have the ability to pay premium for players. They don't. And if they do pay those players, the ticket prices, everything will go up. Parking will go up. Ticket prices will go up. Concessions will go up. And I say this because I moved here from Washington, D.C., where I went to plenty Washington Wizards games. I went to plenty Washington Deadskins games. I went to D.C. United games. And concessions, parking, and tickets were premium. Premium. The cost to go to a game in Washington, D.C. was probably 2 or 3 times more than it would cost to go to a Cincinnati Bengals game and have a good time. Facts. Facts. And people will complain about the Brown family, but basically their ultimate goal is to be profitable. Their goal is to be profitable. Los Angeles Rams. I don't think LA is always going to be profitable. But the cost of the tickets to go to a LA Rams game is much, much more. Let's look at how much more. Because it is. And these are the reasons that every year in the offseason, Cincinnati Bengals' best players are arguing with management. Because Cincinnati's management is profit motivated, not winning motivated. The Brown family will put a product out there just good enough to get you to come and spend your money. Yes. And they're not losers, but that's what they mean by lovable losers. People that will spend top dollar to go to a football game, and they know that probably 90% of the chance they're not going to make it to the Super Bowl. But the people will continue to come because the product is going to be just good enough to get you to spend your money. Now, in these big market cities like New York, LA, Texas, they have to put out a good product most of the time. I am a Cowboys fan, not so much now, but Jerry, for the past 25 years, Jerry has perfected the art of losing but winning. Losing but winning. Because people are most definitely going to continue to go to watch the Cowboys, even if they lose. But there are smart people out there now who understand these market dynamics. I'll still root for the team, but I'm not paying to go watch a product that I know is probably not going to make the playoffs or the Super Bowl. Yeah. The NFL, the No Fun League, they give you a product that even if your team is not winning, you still get enjoyment out of it. You become a glutton for punishment. You are a consumer. Their job is to give you something just good enough to get you into the stadium. You have to understand this. Now, there will be years and there will be times where through a good draft and through probably having a coach that players will want to come as free agents to your organization, you may have a chance to have a great team. But there's a window, especially in Cincinnati. There's a window because Cincinnati is notorious for not re-signing players. Notorious. Same as the Cincinnati Reds. They're notorious for bringing up good players through their farm system, giving them probably one good contract. But then when it's time to hit the free agent market, because they know if they pay premium contract prices, which aren't really fair market, they're not going to go above and beyond to put a good team out there for you. What's going on, Juggernaut? You have to understand this. You have to understand it. Yeah. The Browns' main focus is on greenbacks and putting your butts in those seats. Regardless if they're winning. Because Cincinnati free agents don't come to Cincinnati. For one, when you're a small market team, you have to have a big market coach. Cincinnati Bengals don't understand that. Small market team, big city coach that can attract the players to come here for less than they would probably go somewhere else. But if you have a no-name coach, I'm not going to say he's no-name, but you have a coach who has not won anything, and you're a small market city, it's going to be hard to get premium players to come here. The Cincinnati Reds finally realized that. They understood that. But it took them to fire Dusty Baker to understand that. Because the Cincinnati Reds had Dusty Baker. Dusty Baker brought credibility to the Cincinnati Reds. If you have a credible, big-name coach in a small market, you can get good players to come here for fair market value, but maybe not their fair market value. The Cincinnati Reds fired Dusty Baker. They didn't win another 90 games in a season until they hired Terry Francona. The coach that they hired after they fired Dusty Baker, he's a nobody. He was a no-name. He was some new guy. No-name guy, small market city, no players will come here as free agents. Marketing 101. I'm not even a marketing major. If you are a small market city, you have to have a coach that is big brand to get people to come here. The Cincinnati Bengals don't understand that. Cincinnati Reds understood that. They got Terry Francona. Terry Francona was able to get some players to come here that may not have went elsewhere because he has name credibility. And what happened? The Reds made it to the wild card series. They made it to the playoffs. They understood that we're a small market city. We have to have a brand name coach who can attract players to come here. Terry Francona was able to do that. Nobody's going to come to the Cincinnati Bengals to play for that coach that they have. He's a small market coach in a small market city. He can't attract anybody to come here. He hasn't won anything. Now, I said that the Bengals will never win, and Joe Burrow probably could win. But they have to have a coach here that is attractive to free agents to come here. No free agent is going to come here and play for the Cincinnati Bengals coach that they have now because he has not won anything. I'm just speaking facts. And I root for the Bengals unless they're playing the Cowboys or Lamar Jackson. Yeah, and I'm a lifelong Cincinnati Reds fan. But now that I'm older, I understand why there are droughts between times that the teams are good. The Dallas Cow, but the Cincinnati Reds expose something even bigger. They expose how much of a cheapskate Jerry Jones really is. That's why my love for the Cowboys is dwindled. Because Jerry Jones makes all that money on a weekly basis. He packs that place up. They have standing room. You can get a standing room only. You can get a ticket to go in the game without a seat. That is how greedy Jerry Jones is. They make a ton of money. But he will not pay his best players. Just good enough. He'll pay just good enough to have a team that go 8-8. Jerry Jones is the Bengals look bad, but Jerry Jones looks worse because he has 100,000 seated stadium, like 20-some thousand walk-in tickets, plus however much they charge to pay to park there. And his 1/28th of the $1 billion, whatever that the NFL gets on a yearly basis. And he still doesn't put money up to field a good team. Now, having an owner that spends money, it doesn't always mean you have to have the right components, and they have to be in the right position. And they have to have the right authority. And there must be a overlying authority that governs that. Most teams that are structured like that win. I know my Cincinnati Bengals people's probably mad at me, but I'm telling you the truth. If I'm not telling you the truth, speak. I mean, you're more than welcome to speak on it. Yeah, I'm doing things different now. If I have a topic and I see it, I'm going to do a video. Got to grow this page. Got to grow this brand. But yeah, somebody debate me. I hate it because I love Joe Burrow's cold as it. Joe Burrow is one of the top 4 quarterbacks in the league. And he has one of the top 3 receivers in the league. And he has a supporting and a running back. Now the line, but the Bengals do not pay premium for the premium positions. The Bengals don't have a good defensive tackle. They've got serviceable defensive tackles. And they're lying. You got to pay money to get defensive tackles and offensive linemen. Yeah. Yeah, you can't let your first rounders walk away. And the Bengals are so they're not going to pay money that they're not even going to entertain paying somebody's tender. They're going to let them go. They're going to free agency trade or The Bengals aren't what you call it where you my mind went blank. Where the guy you don't want to pay the guy and he wants to leave, but you pay him this and they have to stay there for another year. But yeah, Bengals fans, I'm sorry. Yeah, ain't no Steve Bisciotti coming to buy the Bengals. And then the Browns, they're not going to sell the Bengals. They're making too much money off the Bengals to even entertain selling. But maybe it'll get to the point like Dan Snyder, where they'll just make him sell because this is like, man, you're not even trying to win. And you're doing crazy stuff. Get him out of the league. But it would be hard. It would be hard to do that to the Brown family. They've owned 2 professional football teams at one point. But yeah, Cincinnati. I mean, I hate to say it. And I hate to say this too. There's going to be more. There'll be way more Shador jerseys in the stadium this weekend because I think that Cleveland is coming deep. Cleveland is probably coming down here deep. They just beat the Steelers. They stopped the Steelers from clinching. So you know they're coming deep. You know they're coming to Cincinnati to win. They're gonna be in there throwing the wrists up. They're gonna be in there throwing the wrists up and looking at it on y'all Sunday. Oh man, this weekend coming up. Ooh-wee. The battle for Ohio. It's gonna be a good game. Neither one of the teams are going to the playoffs. But at least Cleveland's owner will spend some money. Now haphazardly, kind of frivolous. But, I mean, he didn't know that Deshaun Watson was going to get hurt when he gave him all that guaranteed money. That dude Deshaun Watson is getting paid. He's getting paid to chill. Now, he probably don't want to chill. And they can't cut him next year because I think he counts for like $70 million on that. Yeah. The Bengals will never have nobody that's going to count $70 million on. I mean, Joe Burrow. But they pay Joe Burrow all the money, and who else can they pay? I mean, Joe Burrow, he can only take so much of a discount. At some point, Brown family, at some point, you have to spend some money. I mean, the state of Ohio and the people in Cincinnati, they pay for the stadium, which is crazy because the taxpayers pay for the stadium, but you get the naming rights, you get all that money. Make that make sense. And you don't even use the money to make the team better. You make the team serviceable. So, Cincinnati Bengals fans, if you're going to complain to anybody, complain to the Brown family. Because they put a serviceable team out there that they can still make a big profit off of. And the NFL, they have to govern the owners to win. I mean, it can't just be governed to make a profit. There has to be some incentive. Just like y'all put the carrot out there for the players. We got the NBA Cup mid-season champ. You got to put something. Has to be some incentive for these owners to spend money to put better teams on the field. Because just serviceable is not enough for the amounts of money that you all ask people to spend to come to your games. There must be some incentive from the NFL offices to the owners to try to win. Because just putting serviceable teams out there so people can come and cheer, people getting smart. They're spending their money elsewhere. So, man, I know my Cincinnati Bengals fans is going to be hitting me talking crazy, but I'm telling you the truth. Now, we'll probably come back to this, but we're going to, because we're 25 minutes in. This show is Maas Sports is an hour-long show. I come on here, we talk about this, and it's over because I got another show to do at 9 o'clock. But, yes, the Bengals will never win a championship. Because the Browns, like whatever amount of money they're making, they don't want to dip into those profits to pay better players. Think I'm wrong? Debate me. Debate me. And prove that I'm wrong. But yeah, now Shohei Ohtani. Like I said when the show came on, I believe Shohei Ohtani is a super soldier experiment from Japan. I truly believe Shohei Ohtani is an experiment. Public-facing experiment. Because Japan wants to be numero uno. They want to be number one. And ain't nothing more American than baseball and apple pie. So if they can send their super soldier over here and break all our records and break all the records in MLB baseball, break all the records, put a Japanese man on top of those American records, they will have accomplished something. Think about that. Japan, we'll send our super soldier experiment over there. And if it works, we'll have a Japanese player at the top of their record books of their apple pie All-American game. And unbeknownst to them, we will perfect our super soldier in a public space right in front of them and show them what our super soldiers can do. He's too good. He pitched for a year. He threw his arm out. He couldn't pitch, and he still came out and hit 50 home runs. That is a super soldier. That's not a regular man. This man had some type of surgery on his elbow, on his arm. He couldn't pitch for a year, and he still hit 50 home runs. That ain't no regular man. And people, oh, wow, I can't believe I can't believe it. I know you can't believe it because it's the $6 million man right here in front of your face. Yeah, man. I wouldn't doubt. I bet Shohei Ohtani could beat up the Sasquatch. Y'all remember how the $6 million man, he fought the Sasquatch and he boom, and knocked him out. I bet Shohei Ohtani could knock out the Bigfoot. He's a super soldier. It's Lee Majors. Bigger, faster, stronger. Japan was watching that. Shohei Ohtani, what, 6'8", 250, runs a 4.3, throws a baseball 100 miles an hour, and smacks 500-mile-an-hour home runs. No, man. No, man. You all can believe that if you want to. You all can believe that if you want to. Japanese dude comes over here, runs a 4.3. He's 240 pounds. Throws 103, 100 and whatever, the fastest baseball ever recorded. Shohei Ohtani threw it. He throws his arm out. They have surgery. He can't pitch for a year, and he smacks 50 home runs. And don't nobody question that? Carl Lewis jumped. and jumped and broke the record, and everybody in the world questioned him. Was he taking something? Damn, he jumped 30 feet. It's not possible. But then this dude comes along and he does all that, and ain't nobody questioning nothing. Man, get the hell out of here. We're just gonna follow. Oh, he's the greatest. He's greater than Babe Ruth, and Babe Ruth was a black man. Oh, he's the greatest. Oh, and y'all think Japan? You think Japan just sent some regular Japanese dude over here to play base? Come on, man. Y'all can't be that gullible. This dude is the $6 million man in true life. Don't nobody question. It's just me. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Shohei Ohtani, you good, man, but yeah, they didn't put something different about you, man. You a super soldier. Right here, yeah. That sounds like something Japan would do. We'll send our super soldier over there under the guise he's the greatest baseball player. We'll break all their records. Shohei Ohtani, our super soldier, his name will be on top of the Major League Baseball record books. Unbeknownst to them, this is an experiment. Yeah, then we have 1 million Shohei Ohtani's in our army. Shohei Ohtani was just he was the test. He was the test to see what we could do, what a super soldier could do. We sent Shohei Ohtani over there, and he broke every record that they have. He threw 107 mile per hour fastball. He hit the most home runs in the season. He's a test, unbeknownst to the American people. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Some gullible people out there. Before I'm gullible, I'm going to ask questions. I ain't just great, but he got everybody. He got the whole world slurping him. The whole world slurping this dude. This dude is a super soldier. This dude's a super soldier. We 33 minutes into the show. Hit the like button. This your boy Maas Appeal. And this is Maas Sports. Yeah, I'll get on. I'm gonna find something. Yeah. When I see something in the sports world that I think I need to discuss, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. But yeah, I really believe Shohei Ohtani is a super soldier. And I think he bets too. You ain't just gonna give his trainer. He just have access to your money to go and bet. And yeah, man, there's some different stuff going on with that dude, Shohei. Some different stuff going on with that dude. That ain't no regular man. That ain't no human. He's enhanced. That's a super soldier. That ain't no Shohei Ohtani. That ain't no regular man. Regular men don't do stuff like that. No. Regular men don't do stuff like that. Throw their arm out, can't pitch for a year, but I'm still be able to hit 50. Nah, regular men don't do that. Regular men don't do that. If you see something, you have a topic that you want me to talk about, man, hit me up. Leave it in the comments. Hit me up. I will talk about the stuff that nobody talks about. try to be fact-based as possible, but sometimes it's conspiratorial. And this is a conspiracy theory. I believe Shohei Ohtani is enhanced. Think what you want to think. Do some research. That is the purpose of these conversations, to make you do the research on stuff that I think. Some stuff I know. It's fact-based. Like the first conversation we had, Cincinnati Bengals, Cincinnati Reds, it's fact-based. It's case study. You can look, small market teams. Now, I added on a little bit because of, small market team needs a big market coach to draw players in. That's my own theory. And I showed that through Terry Francona. So I try to be as fact-based as possible when I have these conversations. But yeah, Shohei Ohtani, that's a conspiracy theory. That ain't no regular man. That ain't no regular man. And until the Browns spend some money, the Bengals won't have no championship.
Lab Addicts Music Group.
It's Shohei Ohtani. I think so. Will the Cincinnati Bengals win a championship? I don't think so. Based off of market research on how their owner spends money. These are my opinions and only my opinions. This your boy Maas. This has been My Sports. I'll see y'all at 9 o'clock. I'll be back.
Lab Addicts Music Group.